Yo ho ho! What's going on, guys? This is Grim Reaper bringing you a Death Note live reaction. As you already know, it's impossible to bring to you the visuals of these manga panels for Viz and Shueisha, as they have copyright and personal IP restrictions or stuff like that. Copyright stuff. So if you'd like to follow along, check out the Discord link in the description where we have the actual Viz to the special one shot. With that being said, let's hop into it. I haven't really heard much about this. I've been trying to avoid spoilers as much as possible. I haven't seen Death Note in a long time. It's been at least like 2 years. You see like little clips, little memes and stuff, references to it, but never the entirety of the plot back in its continuation. I think I saw a timeline recently, but let's see what this one's about. Alright. 2013. I didn't succeed like you did, Ryuk. Want the notebook back? Damn. I'll take it. But you better have something else for me, too. I remember. Damn, bro. You tore that shit up, dog. Yep. The apple's so good. I need more. More apples. I could use this notebook to get some human to feed me again. I need a real capable one. Like Yagami. Yeah, that was a word twist. Tongue twister. If I want to eat well for as long as possible, it'll be more entertaining that way. Tanaka. This nigga just cool sitting there listening to music and shit in his room. This nigga Ryuk, bruh. That top left panel and shit, where his eyes are whited out, it looks so badass when he's coming out the floor like that. So scary, man. What the fuck? And he's just gonna put it in his head like that? That's so creepy, bro. The fact that you can't see him and then like, top of the next page. Damn, he touched him in the head with it. So now all those memories and all that info's gonna shock into his head and shit. This nigga got fucking frightened and shit. Oh, so okay, that's why his memories are running to his head like that. I was wondering shit, because that's what Light did. That was part of his scheme to help draw some of the heat off of him from L. It's been 2 years, Ryuk. I came up out of the floor like I promised. I'm a Shinigami who keeps his word. Of course you are. You have to keep your word, whether human or death god. I wouldn't work with you otherwise. Exactly. Okay, so work with. So he has a motive too. And by the way, if you're listening to this or reading along, by the way, make sure you go on YouTube and link up the Death Note OST. It's always amazing to listen to it while you got the OST for the actual animes form. All right, top of the next page. Especially Death Note. Death Note has some crazy ass OSTs. 2 years ago, Minori Tanaka, top score once again. Very impressive. 3 years running. He could be the smartest middle school student in all of Japan. But why this? Is it an issue of motivation? He's not putting any actual effort into his grades. The fuck is this? In the swings. Okay, something hit him on his head from the swings and shit. Ah! What was that? This is yours now. Huh? Scary ass looking Ryuk. I know, bro. Monster. But that towering over panel, bro, that should look badass, man. Especially with the detail on Ryuk's, like, the back of his neck and shit in the hair. I hear you're pretty smart. What? Huh? Top of the next page. But your teachers at school said you got first place 3 years running. Like you're the smartest middle schooler in Japan. Huh? No way. First place in test 3 years running? 3 years running? Tests? I think you might be talking about an intelligence test. It's like some test of subconscious ability or something. But they don't tell us the results. Man, I really hate that school. Even if I got good grades on that test, good scores on that test, all it means is that I watch a lot of shows about IQ diagnostics and brain age. And then I waste all my time playing IQ tests and apps on my phone. It's kind of weird how this guy's just having a casual conversation now. The people who are actually smart are solving problems that pertain to the future. Any teacher who says scoring high on an IQ test makes you smart is an idiot. Top of the next page. So, are you an idiot? I'm a terrible student, but I don't think I'm an idiot. But I don't think I'm so idiotic that it qualifies an idiot. I guess I'd say I'm good at riddles, quizzes, stuff like that. Could you? Maybe someone like that is exactly suited for this. It's gonna look creepy while I got so close like that. Suited for what? And what are you anyway? You're really freaky. We shouldn't just stand around talking though. Let's go to your house. Huh? No way. I can't get up right now. It's alright. You're the only one who can see me. No way. That's way too convenient. I'm serious. But my room is messy. The fuck? Top of the next page. What? This was Kira's? Hey, you're shouting. People can't hear my voice, but they can still hear yours. No way. You mean the Kira? The Kira? The Kira who eliminated war and greatly reduced crime rates? For being so young, you seem to know a lot about him. Everyone does. He was in my ethics textbook in elementary school, and we studied him in world history in middle school. Wow, really? They treat him like one of the greats, huh? That's badass, man. a nigga light, man. No. In ethics, it taught us that Akira was evil, and in world history, he was described as a mass murdering terrorist, the worst in recent history. But there are also lots of people who say Kira was a god. Oh yeah? A god, huh? But how does a notebook like this make you a god? The instructions are on the first page. Just read the thing. Why is it in English? I don't know English. Translate it. Seriously? Forgot the whole language barriers thing. Realism. Top of the next page. Death Note. How to use it. The human whose name is written in this book shall die. This note will not take effect unless the writer has the person's face in their mind when writing his or her name. Therefore, people sharing the same name will not be affected. If the cause of death is written within 40 seconds of writing the person's name, it will happen. If the cause of death is not specified, the person will simply die of a heart attack. After writing the cause of death, details of the death should be written in the next 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Here we go. So far it's been pretty badass. I'm wondering like how let me take the audio, make sure we're good. Okay, cool. I think the audio's good and everything. Alright. Okay, we're definitely getting the build up. So let's see, because this is a one shot. But let's see. So he's reading it, he's reacting to it. I can't believe all of this. But I guess this explains how he did it. No. The police in L were trying to arrest Kita, right? Yeah. It's pretty interesting. Top of the next page. Ryuk, can you tell me more about what Kita did? I'd like to eat an apple first. He's thinking, bro. You happen to be very lucky. My mom's on an apple diet, and I always have one a day. Huh? I can't share personal details, but I'll tell you everything I remember. You serious? You can't be serious. It looks like a time skip occurred. That's wild. So Kita actually made use of the rules about the note's possession, and the fact that touching the death note makes people see you, all to his own advantage. He must have been really smart. Yeah. His test scores were #1 in the nation. Huh? Or, but if you try to do the same thing now, you get caught. Huh? That was 10 years ago. A different era in the human world. There's a security camera on every street corner now. And in every car train. Cars and buses have dash cams. Yeah, I guess you couldn't kill the FBI agents the same way. They're more sophisticated at investigating cybercrimes. So if Kita tried to get his message out online, they track him down right away. And the police have tabs on all cell phone calls. Untraceable messages online only happen when TV shows and movies need to write it that way to make things dramatic. But I'm sure Kita would have come up with a way to do it that still works in this day and age. And can you do that, Minoru? Huh? Look at this nigga. Fucking Ryuk, bruh. This Shinigami wants me to do the same thing that Kita did. You're kidding me. No way I can use this deadly notebook. If I give someone else the notebook and return it to Ryuk, I'll lose ownership. My memories of it. I can forget everything. Kita gave it back to Ryuk once too. But if I give it back to Ryuk, will he just give it to someone else instead? A notebook that can only be used to kill people. What's the right answer? You haven't said anything for hours. What's up? For hours? God damn, bro. I'm the kind of person who thinks and thinks until he reaches his own answer. No wonder you're the quiz king. There are 2 questions I have, Reek. There you go, bruh. That greatness of Death Note, bruh. Niggas setting up for the scheme. Alright. Oh, yeah? First, are there other humans besides me who can see you? Yeah. Time for the next stage. I should be visible to the people who touched the notebook when I brought it to the human world in the past. You're sure? I think so. For people who possess the notebook, or possess the note, but then lost possession, I won't be visible anymore. But those who just touched the book should still be able to see me. Okay. Oh, that one nigga. Forgot his name. Glad he's still alive, bro. One other question. The human owner of a Death Note must be possessed by a Shinigami. How far away can you actually get from the owner? Possessed by a Shinigami. I didn't know this was a thing. It's in the book. That wasn't in the rules. Why is it quoted like that? It's such a good question. It's not a firm rule. It probably works as long as I know where you are. Or wait. I would know even from the Shinigami world. So I guess not. Can you be more specific? My point is, there's no set distance. And come up with a number. Okay. Top of the next page. So by the measurements of the human world, 14 kilometers. Yeah. That's close enough to identify humans and to reach you at a moment's notice. 14 kilometers at a moment's notice. The rule wasn't clear before, so there's nothing wrong with me setting it now. Okay, I've decided. I'm going to return to Death Note now. Come back in 2 years. In 2 years, I'll use a Death Note. And I can promise you apples every day. Huh? I have to be in apple withdrawal for 2 years? If you can't wait that long, give the notebook to someone else. Alright. Fine. I'll wait. This devious ass nigga, bro. Top of the next page. In that case, I abandoned my ownership of this notebook and returned it to you, Ryuk. Hey, that's fucking badass right there in the corner. The Eiffel Tower and shit, so they're in Paris. And the moon of a fucking amazing view. Amazing. That's how it went. Yeah. I went without apples for 2 years. Yep. I can go with the plan I thought of 2 years ago. Wow. Plan when you're 2 years younger. Succeeding now. Plan. Tell the next page. Yes. This is I planned. I'm gonna sell the Death Note. Okay. Sell. I'm gonna put it up for an auction online. That sounds fun, but you were the one who said 2 years ago that everything on the net could be tracked. I'm not gonna use the net. That's why I asked you how far away you could be. Huh? It was 14 kilometers, you said. Huh? Well, Sakura TV is 11 kilometers from here. I want to have you go there. And then, in English, no, wait. Then I can't read it. Japanese, then. Use a pen and paper from the TV station. Huh? What? Very stupid ass. Good evening. This is News X. Tonight's leading story. The power to remotely kill people is used by Kira. Oh shit. Oh shit. This shit just popped up in front of them. Like thin air. The power to remotely kill people is used by Kira is being put up for auction. If you want to buy it, use the hashtag Power of Kira on Twitter and indicate your bid amount in American dollars. I wonder if niggas actually do that in real life. I'll do it after that. I'll do it. Top of the next one. Huh? What is that? Niggas just staring at shit like that. Top of the next page. Putting the power of Kira up for auction. What is this? Is this an on-air screw-up? Does that mean the Kira? Sakura TV again. Figures. What is that 2 card doing? We apologize for this. Just a moment, folks. Don't touch it. Just explain the situation. This paper is floating unsupported. It's referring to Kira's power to kill people from a distance. Damn, that's just hard to read right now. Okay. We assure you, Sakura TV has nothing to do with this. We take no responsibility for the content of the message you're seeing on the screen. Hey, Ryuk's just sitting right there, just like, hey. Ryuk, see that it is. Alright, time for the next page. Izawa? I'm not sure what the fuck his name is, but alright. He sees the shit too. He sees the message and he sees Ryuk. Deputy Commissioner, Ryuk is trying to sell the Death Note. You mean someone got it from Ryuk? Right. That's what I meant. Oh, this nigga. I think I remember this nigga. I'm not sure. I hope it's just a joke. It's been about 30 seconds now. He let it go and it flips on the ground. Top of the next page. And then Ryuk slides to the floor. The next day. That thing about selling Kira's power isn't real, right? That's in poor taste for the evening news. Even for Sakura TV. Hey, check it out. It hasn't even been a day, and people are bidding $3 million online. 3? That's over 300 million yen. Some people think this is real. That's crazy. If it's really Kira's power, millions of dollars is a cheap price. We could control the whole world. Yeah. Tell the next page. Oh, that's fucking scary, bro. That's scary as shit, dog. L. There's some news about Kira coming out of Japan right now. What's this? It's a replica of a Shinigami. I'm trying to create a facial recognition system for Shinigami, though I'm sure the barriers are very high. Wow, that's crazy. I thought only people who have touched the notebook could see Shinigami. Let's call who's ever putting the murder notebook up for auction Akira. Or Akira. Which is why I said the barriers are high. Akira A. Top of the next page. So it's true then. Yes. I could see the Shinigami. Sending the Shinigami to the TV station, not actually using the internet. Akira is very cautious. It's a dude or a female? It looks like a dude. Yeah. Following the Shinigami will be the way to find Akira. What we want is security footage of... I'm going to call him Akira. What we want is security footage of Akira and the Shinigami together. Especially if the murder notebook is being handed over. However, it's essentially impossible to find that footage from all the cameras in Japan, only using the help of people who can see Shinigami. All the cameras in Japan? So you think Kita's in Japan? Based on the past Kita incident, we can surmise that a Shinigami can't be far from the owner of the notebook. I think we can assume that they're both in Japan for now. I'll arrange a ticket to Japan at once. Once we've caught the guy. Catch? Assuming we find Akira, are you certain you can charge them with a crime? That's true. Tap the next page. In the past, I called the notebook the worst murder weapon in human history. But weapons of mass destruction, weapons of mass murder are traded around the world every day. I would assume that killing someone with a notebook is a crime, but it doesn't seem like selling one would be. But that notebook is. If you want to seize the notebook, I would recommend finding the person who won it. Once the auction is over. And why are you trying to track down Akira? Akira is extremely smart. I have a personal interest in this. I would like to meet him. If you wish to help, please get in touch with Mr. Aizawa to have yesterday's interior security camera footage from the Sakura TV sent over. Got it. Tap the next page. Good to speak to you again for the first time since the old days. Or since the old SPK days, Mr. Rester. We've just finished checking out the camera footage from Sakura TV and the surrounding area. What did the Shinigami do? Well, after throwing away the sheet of paper with a message on it, it passed through the bottom of the second floor studio, and the first floor, and the basement parking lot. What's the matter? The Shinigami passed on the ground and did not show up on the Sakura TV security footage after that. Let's not make this after all. Even if I could make a Shinigami recognition system, it'd be pointless. If the Shinigami is traveling between the TV and Akira on the ground, then there's nothing we can do about it. Yeah. Breaking through physics and shit. It's funny that like radiation catches it anyways. That like that light radiation bounces off of it. It's on the next page. Oh shit, something blew up. Okay, I guess he blew it up. The click. Guess that was there for a reason, I'm not sure why. If the Shinigami appears on any camera footage, aside from the TV studio, it will be when he's handing over the murder notebook to the buyer. But at that moment, Akira will have parted with the notebook, and we could presume that any memory of all of this will be gone. Very well constructed plan. What's up with this, like, playing with, like, little toys and games and shit like that? All these smart niggas or detectives are fucking doing. So they don't, like, copying the same thing from before. So you're saying there's almost no chance we catch them? If we want to catch them as Akira, it must be at the moment between getting the money and letting go of the notebook. I think it would be easier to figure it out by detecting whoever gets the money after the auction is complete. But I feel like that would be admitting defeat in a way. And in fact, I can't help but feel like this was planned thoroughly enough that it would be impossible to detect the money changing hands. No. Well, ultimately, we all need to track down whoever wins the notebook. Let's sit back and watch for now. Seems like it's going well. Time for the next page, excuse me. Hold on, let's take a quick break, make sure audio's good still. I don't want to have any like weird ass issues in between or anything. Cool. Alright, looks like audio's good. Let's keep it pushing. Remember, guys, to update your watching experience, pop in that the Death Note OST. Go into the Discord and check out the link for the Viz translation in the description of the one shot and read it along. Alright. So top of this next page. Seems like it's going well. Yeah. It's up to nearly 10 billion there. 10 billion yen now. I'm trying not to pay too much attention to it. It's gonna be so well. It's going so well. It's kind of scary. When does the bidding end, anyway? And will I stop getting apples? I didn't decide on a deadline. And I can keep giving you apples for a bit after I get the money. Only for a bit? Here's a note again. 1 week left until the end of the auction. It may end prematurely as well. You will be informed if that happens. This transaction will be final, no complaints, no returns. Here we go. We got the numbers. Drag this message out for 30 minutes. It's even on the same pen and paper from our station like before. He said to hold it for 30 seconds. And nigga said 30 minutes. The fuck? I'll read it now. 1 week left until the end of the auction. Top of the next page. Somebody's running over and shit. What the fuck? Hey, stop! We're live. Police, don't even think about trying to buy Akira's power. Hey, it's been a while. Stupid Matsuda. That's his name, Matsuda. Yeah. Your orders are to follow the Shinigami as far as you can if it shows up. Hey, aren't you the guy from a few years ago who appeared on our show and claimed to know who Kira was? That's right. And the power of Kira is a terrifying thing indeed. Well, at least he seems to be keeping himself busy, in a manner of speaking. All he's done is make it seem even more believable. What did you think you were doing? It's true, I swear. It's like a voodoo doll that crushes people to death, if you have their picture and name. By Matsuda standards, that's a good explanation. Even if it's true, there's absolutely no way the Japanese government can purchase something like that. At any rate, Matsuda, you are now on desk duty, for the time being, to keep you away from the media. Top of the next page. The next day. Wow. After Toyota Matsuda went on TV yesterday, it's up to $2 billion. Wow! $200 billion? No niggas want that, bro. That's over 20 trillion yen. That's not personal money anymore. Even the richest man in the world only has 130 billion, I think. Which means it's a group, or in this case, probably a nation. Some government's having a proxy bid for me. If they win the auction, they'd become an international ally, or internationally dominant power. I'd say that's worth 100 trillion yen. Whoa. I see. No kidding. Whoa. 280 billion? That account looks Chinese. Dang. It just went to 300 billion. $300 billion now. Niggas dropped 100 billion more, bro. That's crazy. Seriously? This nigga, bruh. It's just a race between two people now. I wish you could ignore all the stupid tweets from people who aren't bidding. Well, I figured it would get to the point of being a national competition. Don't bother with Twitter. Put your government reps into the media to make an official announcement of how much you will pay to buy it. Now this is interesting. The fuck? Let's have the next one. They got Trump, bruh. Oh shit, walking up here. That's supposed to be Bush? No, that's Trump. In 2005, the FBI director and a boy named Near testified to the president that Kita's power was a notebook that would kill a person if you wrote their name in it. If true, we cannot allow any other nation to get their hands on it. Damn, he's ripping out hard. The United States will buy the power of Kita for $500 billion. The People's Republic of China will buy Kita's power for $1 trillion and promises to use it for peaceful ends. $1 trillion. At 100 yen per dollar. That's 100 trillion yen. Is he serious? We'll buy it for 2 trillion. This nigga said they'll buy it for 2 trillion and never use it. For world peace. This nigga, look at his face looking at this. Top the next stage. The next day. There it is. Any world leader bidding must name a price only. No other nonsense. Wonder why he got pissed by that. This is getting pretty incredible. Mr. Prime Minister, is it possible to hold a summit of world leaders to ensure no country buys it? Let's not kid ourselves with idealistic statements. We all know some government is going to end up with it. And whatever country says don't buy it, we'll be the first to turn around and try. The next day, that's the next stage. We've passed the quadrillion yen mark. U.S. President bids 1 quadrillion yen in power of Kira auction. A quadrillion yen equals Japan's national debt, right? Maybe we could get Kira to pay off the whole thing. But then the Japanese government would likely return the money to whoever wins it, especially if it's the Americans. Oh yeah. There's the whole U.S.-Japan security relationship, especially if they get Kita's power. Plus, Japan is the most indebted nation in the world, but it also holds the most assets. Huh. What do you mean? I don't get it. Google it yourself. He's like he's talking about Google, right? Well, if the seller is Japanese and they pay tax on the income, that alone would really grease the national gears. Good point. Yeah, right. You're not gonna pay that. Rick, I'm ending the auction tomorrow. Oh? Once I confirm the money is in, I'm discarding ownership of the notebook. I need you to deliver it to the buyer. Yeah, I know. I was hoping to get some more apples to eat, but I'm curious about this whole. But I'm curious about this whole thing too. Top of the next page. But how does Akita expect to actually receive a quadrillion yen? It's impossible to pay or receive that amount in bills. It'll have to be an online transaction. Online banking to an individual bank account. Wouldn't that identify Akita? Yes, it would. Even with an anonymous account, attempting to withdraw it would leave a trail. Well, Akita, how do you intend to get that money? I know that the notebook can manipulate a person's actions for 23 days, but they won't manipulate people to receive the money. If money was the point, there was no need to hold this auction. There are a million ways to control others, actions to gain money. It didn't do that because it didn't want to kill others to get money. Yeah, I don't think that I think this is gonna be a ploy to show the entire world what they're willing to do for something like this, for the power to kill. And maybe I think it's a statement like that. We'll see. Assuming Akira doesn't want to commit murder. The answering a very thoroughly planned, or assuming Akira doesn't want to commit murder, there's no point to possessing the murder notebook. If you don't want the notebook, then you think of how best to dispose of it. The answer? A very thoroughly planned auction. All these points line up. Given how cautious Akira has been, I can't imagine they're just testing to see how much Kita's power would go for. No. Akira is serious about this. So I can only assume that there is an equally careful plan for how to receive the money. Top of the next page. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Harmonia Justin? Where are you here? The Shinigami King is calling. That's creepy as fuck. You have to go back as soon as you're able to leave the side of your human. Why? Don't ask me. I'm just a messenger. These niggas are all shocked. The fuck? Top of the next page. Kita's power has been sold to the United States of America for all that shit. American dollars. The method of transferring this amount will be revealed in 24 hours. Wow. The US got that bitch. The strong keep getting stronger. Top of the next page. China. To the Americans? Yes, unfortunately. The Americans will have the death note. There was nothing we could do. It only makes sense. Japan would prefer America over China. Following our plan would mean trying to seize the notebook from our own government. If you're going to do it on your own, please. On our own? Why do you say that? Because I live in America now. You think it's stupid. You got mean, L. Well, even the original L was like that. When the entire world knows about it, that makes it much harder to just outright use a notebook. Besides, isn't the more pressing issue at the moment how Akira will handle the transaction? Good point. This could be a final chance to get the notebook and Akira. Top of the next page. Do you understand what it means that the money's being handed over tomorrow? 24 hours would be 6 p.m. on Friday, May 24th in Japan time. I probably thought that 3 days would be enough for the panic to subside. Oh, the banks. They close at 3 on Friday and don't open over the weekend. But if they want the money deposited in Japanese banks, it's like they're asking to be caught. It's 1 quadrillion Japanese yen. If the lifetime earning potential of the average Japanese is 300 million at best, if Akira's been planning this out from the start, they're actually phenomenally smart. Top of the next page, next day. The money from the winning bid should be deposited by May 27th of this year in equal amounts to every person with the Yotsuba Bank of Japan savings account and registered residents of Tokyo, age 60 and under, as of date May 24th, 2019. Ow. Top of the next page. It's being split up? How many thousands of people have those accounts? And why 60 and under? Even if it was 1 million people, splitting a quadrillion yen between them means $1 billion yen per person. About $10 million. Minoru, you have a savings account with Yotsuba Bank, don't you? Huh? Yeah. Top of the next page. Oh my goodness! This is unbelievable. What's just happened? We're filthy rich now. What? Hooray for Kita! Kita's our god. What? Long live Kita. Open up. I need to open an account right now. Give me my billion yen. It said 60 and under, so I just barely qualified. Open your doors, Yotsuba. The 60 and under detail is an intriguing one. Of course, I did assume that Akira was a young person. Limiting the age does increase Akira's share, but it also narrows down the possible targets. Even still, we're talking about hundreds of thousands of people with those accounts. And once 3 days have passed, even Akira will not remember ever being Kita. It's basically impossible for us to find Akira at this point. For the first time since becoming L, I must admit defeat. You didn't really try or do anything. You literally just said, let's sit back, so you didn't do anything. Tell the next page. Monday, May 27th. A payment to Yotsuba Bank of $10 trillion has been made from America, and now customers are storming the bank branches. My money's there. Whoa. Oh, hell, Kita, God of Japan. To avoid chaos, Yotsuba Bank is presently foregoing their usual teller service. Open up. Let me open an account. Don't pull on me. Existing customers have priority. The bank announced that customers will only be able to withdraw their savings amounts prior to the 24th at this time, up to a total of 100,000 yen per day. More details can be found on the Yotsuba Bank website, so we won't be able to access it for like a month. But they did pay up. Go ahead and take the notebook to the President of the United States. Okay. Top of the next page. Is that everything, then? Yup. We're all done. Thanks. Once I've discarded possession of the notebook, they'll never show up around me again, for any reason. I'm going to forget all of this and live happily. I don't want anything to do with this dangerous thing. Man, I didn't realize you hated me so much. You managed to use a death note without even writing in it. That was a fun time, Minoru. I'm giving it up now. Sure thing. Oval Office. White House. Showed it to Trump, dude. That's crazy, bro. Top of the next page. I actually got yelled at by the Shinigami King before I came here. He said, how could you let him sell a death note in the human world? So there's been a new rule added. A human who buys or sells a death note in the human world will die. What? After, or is it including Minoru? A human who buys or sells, if it's affecting Trump, then it's going to have to affect Minoru. Will die. The seller will die when they receive the money in a month. And their buyer will die when they receive the death note. What? Yo! Death Note author found a way to kill Trump. This nigga is stupid. He's stupid. He used money and greed to kill Trump. Yo, what a political message, bro. What the fuck? These niggas stupid, bro. That's crazy. Yeah, I know. a brand new rule. So you paid all that money just to die. But if you refuse to take the notebook, I'll treat it as if you didn't buy it. Really? But at this point, you aren't getting any of your money back. Yo! Yo, this author literally is jabbing at fucking Trump for this bit, right? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if in the next few weeks we see some more like some political backlash or references to this and shit, bro. It's fucking hilarious, dog. Granted, this was also addressing overall political greed in general, whatever, and how it's affecting the world tremendously, lobbying, shit like that. And it's most likely not any different in Japan, so it's probably not a direct issue. But he's probably using Trump to represent that issue on a broad scale. But it's still funny to see that. What? Now, if you take the notebook, you'll die, but it will remain here. So someone high and mighty in this country will get it, right? You'll die, but it'll belong to your nation. So what's the plan? Tell the next page. Yo! I'm not taking it. Got it. You value your life over your country. I think you're talking shit about Trump, politicians. Eh? But I'm going to announce that I've gained the power of Kita anyway. I've got it. But I refuse to use it. It'll make me look like a saint. This nigga. Very shrewd, Mr. President. So, what do I do now? Minoru doesn't know about this new rule. You have to keep your word. Whether human or death god. They'll never show up around me again for any reason. Yeah, he did say that. Damn. This nigga's done. 1 month later, Japan's economy was booming, especially around the capital. They called it the Reiwa bubble, or the Kira bubble. I bought an apartment. Cheers. A house and 3 cars, all in cash. A toast to Kira, a god among men. Top the next page. The nigga who did this. You know how fucked up this is and backwards and like, yo, this is a trip, bro. This is what you call a one-shot. This is a good one-shot, bro. The nigga who did his best to not use the death note for evil did his best to use it for good. And he gets killed for it. Well, the guy who was using and pushing greed gets to succeed and live better for what he did. Well done. Well done. I might do a review about this. They definitely didn't like what our elf position in the story, besides like explaining shit that was going on. But very good. The twist at the end was very, very good. So he's dropped it on the floor with the money in his hands. Huh? Are you alright? Call an ambulance. What a shame. His plan was perfect. Like Yagami, Minoru Tanaka. Yo, Ryuk is that exact same devil trope, demonic trope I always hear about. That deal that's too good to be true. Sweetened it up. Fucking God, they watched him, sat there, played with him just like a fucking demon. A death god. And then he himself is the one that kills you. Right when you think you're almost out. Isn't there anyone else who will use this thing? For a bit longer than that. Just take a really breath. And that was it. And like I said, bro, this was something different. I fuck with that shit heavy as hell. Yeah, yeah. Man, you really can't hear the bells in the choir, bro. Hell yeah, dog. Hell yeah, bro. I don't know if you're fucking listening to fucking the OST or whatever for the for Death Note or whatever, but like I'm listening to the slow beat right now. I don't know if this is like illegal or whatever. If you can even hear that, but like yeah, it's right in there. Bro, the bells right now, like the guitar, slow guitar, perfect timing for this shit, dog. Man, I didn't expect. I didn't expect like. Wow. Because with the actual canon Death Note and the actual story, like it's a series, so you don't get the full grasp of like all the parts and the hits. There's a build up over time, so it definitely has the potential to hit harder. But I guess that effect wanes over time. Well, this one shot though was long. I got the full effect of it, but I definitely felt like that. The components of L was rushed. That did bother me a little bit, or not L, excuse me. Yeah, L. But that being said, I really enjoyed it. Make sure you like, subscribe, share this video. We don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with the rest of this. Is gonna be more if it's just a one shot. If it's a continuation. Looks like it's not. It's possible though. So let's see what happens. But in the meantime, stay tuned. There might be another One Punch video coming later on today. But if not, you'll have one coming up tomorrow. So until then, see you boys next time, man. Yo ho!